Guys, my name is Veio and welcome to Prison Architect Alpha 12, newly released on July the 31st, 2003. We have drugs and booze and other contraband and weapons. So yeah, let's read this bill. This is the alpha for all contraband. Prisoners will now steal things from virtually anywhere in your prison. Even a bottle of whiskey in the warden's bottom drawer isn't safe. Search a prisoner or a cell or order a shakedown of the entire prison, but there's nothing a prisoner hates more than being searched, so watch out for trouble. We already have enough of that. I hope you enjoy the new update. So yeah, basically contraband. So the prisoners can now steal things from pretty much any room, including the offices, as it said. So all the offices has a bottle of bourbon in the bottom cupboard. To see all of what you actually have in your prison, you have to research it under bureaucracy. Under the security, you have to research contraband to actually be able to see where the contraband's coming from. Once you've done that, you get this little new button down the bottom, which doesn't have a picture yet. And you click that, and it will tell you what is in each room that can be stolen. So the warden's office, they can steal luxuries, mobile phones, booze, and cigarettes. And next to each one, we have luxuries at the end, which shows kind of like what bracket, I guess, of materials that it comes from, and you also have kind of type of contraband that is. So booze and cigarettes are both narcotics, whereas if we look in the warden's office, we have jail keys, and it tells you that they're metal, so they'll be set off by metal detectors, and that they're tools. And we also have batons, which are weapons, and then again cigarettes. So everybody smokes in Prison Architect. And all of these rooms actually have them, so if we just have a look, so we can steal forks and spoons. No knives. We're supposed to be able to steal knives from the canteen, but apparently we only have forks and spoons in our canteen. Oh yeah, I should probably point out, this obviously isn't the game that we've been using. This is the same one that I used for Alpha 10, I believe. This is Turtle by Rick666. It's quite a good prison, actually, to be honest. It hasn't broke on me yet, so for doing these kind of things. And when I tried to do the Alpha 10 demo, which demonstrated the new rioting scheme, it didn't break for about half an hour of me prodding it, basically. So yeah, it's pretty stable, so we use it for release days, because no point in me trying to use my main prison because it just constantly riots. So we have these contraband systems set up. Oh, there you go. Kitchen's got knives. But obviously these are all metal and weapons. And what can happen is, depending on your level of happiness and things like that, certain amounts of things will be demanded or looked for by your prisoners. So here we have weapons, tools, narcotics, and luxuries. So at the moment there's a small, well actually it's a reasonably high, there's like a medium supply demand for narcotics and for luxuries. So luxuries are just anything that makes day-to-day life better for the prisoners. And narcotics are normally demanded when they're bored. It's something to do when they're bored. So if we look in regime, we have lots of work time, but if they don't have anything to do during that period, they'll get bored and they'll try and look for drugs, basically. Oh, there we go, we have a prisoner who's set off, and this is perfect time to show the new search thing. Whenever a prisoner sets off the metal detector or anything like that that triggers a search, you get this little icon telling you that that now tells you that they're going to be searched. It tells you that they're waiting to be searched, and then he comes along and he searches him. Let's see what he finds. Ooh, thorough search. What's he got on him? Ah, nothing. So he's hidden that somewhere. So what we can do is search his cell, because he's hidden it somewhere. Because we saw him set up the metal detector, so we know he had something, and he's only been in this place. Let's see if we can find anything in his cell. So all of these contraband things, they find anything? Ooh. They will have multiple routes in. Some people can be brought in with the visitors, and some are brought in by the new prisoners when you get them. Wow. Well, he had something, but he's hidden it somewhere. So what we can do is, let's do a shakedown. This searches every prisoner and every place in every cell, and it's going to make them very grumpy, but hopefully they can find something. They will just look in every single room and search every single thing. So with the introduction of contraband, now every single item is also a place to hide things. So you can search, they can hide things anywhere in their cells, they can hide things all over these, anywhere that they can get access to put stuff. They didn't seem to have found anything. I wanted to show the new throwaway. So normally when they find something, they'd throw it on the floor and another prisoner would pick it up. So they've changed that so that now it flashes on the floor to tell you that they found something, but then it fades away. The prisoner can't pick it back up again. We haven't seemed to have found anything. Oh, there you go. There's one. They found some cigarettes over here. So if we go into contraband, it shows you that some cigarettes were found. If I click on it, it will show you where they came from. We can follow all the path all the way back, and they were smuggled in through the visitor centre, which is a favourite way of getting cigarettes. Getting items in. This was owned by through visitation 6.1 hours ago. So that's this gentleman here, who is now handcuffed and asleep. Interesting. So this, again, this is an example that this prison is quite well built. Is the fact that it's done almost a third of the prisoners and only found a packet of cigarettes. Great issue. So that is probably the main addition to version 12. Is that a little bit of lag? Is this new contraband system, and it's kind of building up to a system where you can kind of have internal tradings and stuff like that, I guess. What we also have is when you go to a prison like mine, I guess, where there is a very high crime rate and lots of riots and things like that, they will tend to start stealing items out of like the workshop where you've got hammers and screwdrivers, and all of these can be used as weapons to kill people and kill your officers. So what you want to do is build metal detectors, and they won't, if they can't get back to their cells or get away with what they're trying to steal, then they're less likely to steal it. So you have to think about that. The pathing will try to avoid metal detectors, but if they can't avoid the metal detectors, they're much less likely to steal things. So that is pretty cool. Let's have a look. So the other thing what we haven't mentioned is drugs. So we have drugs, which are obviously a form of narcotics, and poisons and medicine. So the difference between drugs and medicine is that drugs are supposed to be kind of like painkillers, like normal everyday things, but just taken in an inappropriate manner. And drugs are slightly more like your class A's kind of things. For some reason they're in the medical centre. Also, you'll see at the end here it says smelly. So I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to be seeing sniffer dogs in a future update. That's the main updates for this version. The other thing to be added to this is that if I can find someone in solitary, let's have a look at prisoners. None of these are banged up according to that list. I don't really know. If I go, where was that one that got actually? No, it was this. I'm here. We got sleep, recreation. Trying to find the one that just got caught with the contraband. That was him. No, it doesn't. He hasn't actually been done. Okay, so it says at the end of here, on the second to bottom one, it says one prisoners are suppressed, which is technically a complaint. Basically, it means that someone's been locked up, and once they've been, locked up, they're less likely to riot. So if you can get, this is like a step towards kind of totalitarian rule with an iron fist, which is what we want for our high security prison. So that once you beat them up a bit more, they're even less likely to riot than if they've just been beaten up. So they're slowly moving towards this kind of system where you can rule with an iron fist. yeah, that's the only other update for Alpha 12. So I look forward to trying out these things if I could stop my guys from writing. This just gives them more weapons, so that's going to be interesting. I'm going to need some more guards. But it's still pretty cool. It's a step towards gangs and stuff like that, which I quite like the idea of. Yeah, so anyway, my name's been Veio. This has been Prison Architect Alpha 12. Thank you very much. If you would like to see more, please subscribe and give us a like. And if you didn't like it, give me a comment on why you didn't like it. That would be very helpful. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.